But low key, right? It's like a goddamn movie. I'm in such a gratitude, bro, because all right, right. First and foremost, to everyone that has been tapped in and peeping game at anything, this is fucking crazy. Like, what the fuck? Um, and that just that should mean more than anything, to be honest. Um, and even now, right? Because I've been contemplating and playing with the idea of goddamn, like I want to take a break. Like it's funny, I read Big Sean's book, right? That shit in my head, like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's nothing wrong with taking a break and disconnecting because you have to, uh, reconnect, right? And and to be honest, I don't necessarily feel that disconnected, but I think because for the majority of time that I'm utilizing, it seems that I'm goddamn like just always working, bruh. And you know, it's funny, there's different things I'm talking about. And I was like, damn, bro, I can't wait to just hop on the to do the pod tomorrow. I was like, don't do one today. And I'm like, man, I gotta start learning how to be a little more patient. Um, act on inspiration, but bro, that doesn't mean, you know what I mean? You know, some people would be like, if you want to make God laugh, tell him your plan. I feel like you want to make God laugh. If you want to make God laugh louder, have no plan. You got to have some type of plan, but just give enough room for like divine to to intervene or whatever. So um, it's just crazy, bro, and it's so dope because like I was actually talking about this with the homies, right? And all of us had like this would be a dope conversation to have with them. But all of us had like favorite rappers and artists that we fuck with back in the day. So it'll be on some shit like, we all always be putting each other onto music and stuff like that. So it's exciting, right? Like, oh, who's that? I bet. Let me hear it. Oh shit, who the fuck is that? Or whatever. Um, and it always gets exciting because obviously you're gonna be biased to the people that you love and shit like that. So you be like, well, you heard such and such, bro. You gotta tap in, bro. Um, and it has me thinking about like even now, because all right, what's happened was right for this. I feel like as far as like the homies and stuff like that, when we was young and like our teenagers, it was not something to be realistic. Or it's just let's have fun, let's bullshit or whatever, right? And then like in the early 20s, it's like, oh, this could be a real thing. And like you know how it is when you got friends or like my day ones. I've known them since I was like 13 years old. But life. So like you might be, everyone's living in the same apartment complex. Oh, then Cameron moved. Oh shit, this is North Carolina. What? Oh shit. Then Nick moved to Orlando. Then Fat Boy go to the Army. Then he go to Orlando. And like shit just happened. So like, you know, even though we close, we're not in proximity and shit like that. Life just life. Some motherfuckers have kids and all type of stuff. But even in the journey itself, people start doing their own thing. So, because I remember, bro, I remember the first. All right, so boom, everyone's just doing it. Like I remember, like Fat Travis and got down, and Nick, they was really locked in. Like they was creating and working and making new shit, right? Um, I'm over here like I already try to jump into like performing it because you know what I'm thinking. It's fun. What's happening? What's happening? Yo, I just thought about this not too long ago. I want to talk about this on the pod before I just talk about it on the live. Um, um, in Miami, right? It's a little funny when it comes to hip hop because I feel like, all right, because and this is funny because I think everyone has a different perspective of hip hop is to them, right? Um, but because I was watching Glasses Malone podcast and he says hip hop is street urban culture, right? Which I agree. Um, however, right, but like, all right, when you say hip hop, right, to someone who is a hip hop fan of just like the whole spectrum of everything, right? Um, depending on where you at, it's gonna be different, right? Because like in Miami, we have, if you go down the timeline, it's like Luke, Trina, Trick Daddy, Ross, and then after Ross, and you had fucking like Ball Greasy, Iceberg. Iceberg was our favorite. Like down south, Iceberg was our favorite. Yo, what's happening, Phobos? Um, the Diddy, bro. Don't be on your goddamn troll shit, bro. Come on now, bro. We old now, bro. We gotta be responsible. Um, fucking So boom. So like, all right, you got Ball Greasy, Iceberg, Briscoe, goddamn. Uh, these are like the street artists that were like the top tier artists at some point in time. Because I remember even in '08, I'm 18 years old. We Taking Over freestyle came out. All like what? T.I. Wayne, everybody on this shit. Oh my god! And it's funny thing too, because like me looking at that at this age and even having those like unrealistic dreams. Yeah, I could be a fuck. I be writing. What are you doing? It's like I'm saying, you living the hip hop life. You getting fresh. You bumping music. You digging for craze. You got damn drawing, which ties like it's all I knew. But I wasn't even Bro, I had ESC classes, bro. I didn't even think I was smart. They put me in. That's funny. That's why I referenced this in the pod and never finished the point. And I'm sorry that I do this a lot. That I'll fuck around and goddamn get into a point and then that shit goes somewhere else, which I'm doing it right now. But y'all give me some time so I can get better. Um, but anyways, so the homies was doing their thing, and I was, developing myself or whatever, right? But at some point in time, because of circumstances, and then tying this into like the bigger artists that were there, the bigger artists didn't really fuck with each other, right? And on top of that, tying it back to the hip hop point, like Miami street artists, uh it's a part of Miami street artist culture. Yes, absolutely, 1 billion%. However, if when I think of Iceberg, I'm not also connecting Iceberg to Wu-Tang Clan. Or I'm not connecting Ice, and I'm saying Iceberg because Iceberg's one of ours. I remember being, bro. We would go to a random ass party in Colonial, fucking like Colonials in between like Richmond and goddamn Paran, and he would be there. And granted, they was just playing this song at a pep rally. Every house party we would go to, the fuck they're 70% fucking Iceberg, and then the rest motherfuckers is Wu Tanging and doing all type of dances. That shit used to be fun, bro. And it's funny too. There's a piece of me that didn't like at first, because I'm diehard. But why the I'm thinking like, where's the Ti? Where's the Jay-Z? Where's the goddamn Ludacris from like our section, right? Because you always have you have the street artists, then you have the street artists that love the whole hip hop history in combination. So I think like a perfect example of that, I think the game does a really good job of being himself, and also even the way even what he talks about in his raps, he'll make it relevant based on what he's saying because he'll tie. You know what I'm saying? So he has that's an ill way to the way he pens his verses. Um, because even when you listen to the documentary, it sounds like that year. Not well, it could if you were, because I was like what 13 or 14 years old when the documentary dropped. I probably bought that bitch like 7 times low key. Um, but when you at the time when I hear it, I think of being that age and what we was listening to and this that, and the third. But fast forward, you could listen to it now. It still has like a timeless. It sounds timeless, but because I'm my age and I was my age when I absorbed that, it still takes me there. You get what I'm saying? If you're talking, if you're talking is your power, what are you without? Huh? Shit, I'm still me, motherfucker. I'm saying, what the fuck, bro? Uh-uh. Don't give me the Super Rise Road. Nope. I don't want that shit, bro. That's anybody feel like that, bro. Not my bad. I don't want to deviate. So I was one of the when I was talking to the homies, right? One thing that I'm really happy about is like um after a while, motherfuckers is making music, but they're not even thinking about, oh, this is a real thing. I'm just doing it for me. That's how they looking at it. I'm like, nah, this shit's still real, right? So I feel like, man, I'm gonna take the burden on my back. I'm gonna jump out. Cause even, and it's funny too, like, in all honesty, like I feel like my homies is way better than me. You know what I'm saying? I feel like my homies is way better. If I wanted to, if I really wanted to cheat, I'd be like, hey, yo, Nick, I need you to rap for me. Because Nick is a way better fucking writer than me. That's just every song I've ever been on Nick with. I'm like, goddamn, bro. Like, can I get one? Like it's funny too, cause like when Free Jewels dropped, like obviously Anakin's Son is like the standout song, it's the intro, right? But it's really cause my dog singing on the goddamn hook, and I always thought, I always felt that it's all like, man, I gotta, and not to get one of my, I love my bro. You get what I'm saying? As a matter of fact, like that's how I look at everyone who's a fucking artist or a lyricist or whatever the case may be. I get inspired, like, please be great. Because the more great that you are, you're gonna make me want to be greater. I don't even look at it in the sense of like, what? Come on, bruh. That shit is awesome to me, bruh. And I feel like, because I want to, feelings are infectious, right? So if, like, you ever walk in a room happy as fuck and everyone was just normal, but because you happy as fuck when you walk into the room, now everyone happy as fuck. Oh shit, I mean, even like joking, right? I could be like, oh, you broke motherfucker. I could be like, oh, you look at this rich motherfucker right there. It's the same energy. It's what you say in your words. You get what I mean? Because like even I'm gonna say this for the pod because I have there's some like I got a line in my I got a line in a recent freestyle that I did, and I said guess I'm Majin Ooh Wheezy, and it's dope because the obviously I know if you're a Wayne fan, you hear me be like, oh, you definitely inspired by Lil Wayne. Um, but the flip, right? Who's Oob? Oob is from Dragon Ball Z, right? Majin Oob. He's a reincarnation of Boo, who was a goddamn like the fucking top tier boss of goddamn the last season of Dragon Ball Z or whatever. Like he was like that Majin Buu was crazy. Well, Kid Buu was crazy in the motherfucker. He blew up the planet, went into heaven and started fighting the people that he killed. Like, yo, bro, you just wild shit. Um, but anyways, right? At the end of Dragon Ball Z, like fast forwards to the end of Z timeline. It's a whole out. I could go real crazy into the Dragon Ball Z talk, but I don't want to do that. I want to get to the point. Ooh, like when Goku hits Kid Buu with the Spirit Bomb, he's like, "Yo, I hope you come back. I hope to come back to fight you again someday, some shit like that or whatever." Right. So the essence of Kid Buu like died, and his purity was reincarnated into a child that was an Earthling or whatever the case may be. Um, you said what? Let me come back outside. The fuck you talking about? Listen, I don't be understanding why people got problems with me, bruh. I'm not dude. I ain't bothering nobody. I'm over here. I'm just trying to be a better rapper. The fuck? Give homage to, that's what, oh, my bad. That's the point that I actually wanted to go ahead and make too. So I was talking with the homies, right? And something that I was thinking about, I'm like, man, it's crazy. I feel like we don't uh we don't really give love to the artists that we love, right? And I'm saying this from a sense of like, because of the algorithm, we always fed whatever the bullshit is, right? So I've actually been reconditioning my algorithm to only show me what the fuck I like. So that way I don't want to see nothing that I don't want to see. And you know what? There's like artists that I fuck with and be doing dope ass shit. But I also be feeling like, bro, like I got little bros and shit that watch my shit. Like if you like, again, everyone's titled to how you go about your art. But if you just in front of a car and you holding guns and you doing all, I'm not sharing your shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? That's just, and only because I'm just trying to be responsible because I already know that I fucked up in life, right? I'm like, I'm 36. I ain't got nothing going on. You know what I'm saying? I'm living with my goddamn uncle. I feel like I'm Luke Skywalker and Dagobah right now. Just training, bro. Um, and anyways, so I can't continue to do the same things that I was doing when I was younger, right? And I also don't want people that are younger than me to make, um, oh yeah, bro, rap, bro, come on back outside of rap. Um, And my bad. Uh, I don't want the people that are younger than me that are seeing me experience my life in real time to feel the things that I'm doing, right? Because I can't be like, oh, don't be don't be out here doing that bullshit, this, that, and the third, and then I'm outside doing that bullshit, this, that, and the third. I'm gonna look like fucking hypocrite. You know what I mean? Because like just because you live in a certain way or do certain things, you don't have to compromise um you know, who you are either. You can still be that same fly motherfucker, still pop your shit. You feel me? But like, come on, it's rap too. So if anything, it's the challenge. We grown now, right? So like, you know what I'm saying? I know you can still, because it's funny, right? again, I treated this tape like I'm a quit. I'm not quitting. I'm not gonna stop, but I just want to take a goddamn break so I could do all this other cool shit that I've been wanting to like tap into. I want to. This is a fucking story I want to write. This all this type of shit. Um, and yes, balance with this and the third. And granted, I dropped the tape, so I uh, I deserve to continue to practice. But I kind of just want to stay back, take not a step, just step back from the internet, really, not YouTube, YouTube shit. If I'm subscribed to you, I'm definitely watching your content. But like the internet, I'm gonna take a step back. And you said speaking of what JT fired shots at Drake, I see you should fuck out of here. This Jay Z, bro. Like motherfuckers is crap. Like even that's a whole nother conversation that I can't wait to, be a little more organized and be like, all right, let's talk about this real quick. Um, oh my bad. So and because I this is the point that I really want to. I've been wanting to actually talk about this for a minute, but like paying respect and homage to our fucking hip hop heroes, right? So, for instance, someone I really fucking like respect to by his ab soul, bro. Like, it's so funny. I shared this already before, but I just whoever's experiencing me for the first time, they're probably hearing this, right? I remember when and well, it was because the thing is like it's funny. You know how sometimes you listen to songs, you might not remember the song name, you might not, but you remember like the song and how it made you feel. And you're like, what the fuck is going on? So we would just always, pass the aux, play different music. So every time a song come on, he said, bro, I'm telling you, bro, you got to tap in. And me being like still trying to find myself as an artist. And I'm like, all right, this is what I like. This is my POV of like, all right, this is what I'm gonna, you know, all right, cool. I'm gonna rap just as good as them, but this is like my message. Nerd, like, thinking like, I don't know, bro. What the fuck I was thinking anyway. But like when I heard Soul and I'm like, he was talking like, yo, he's way like this man's light years beyond like what the fuck? I'm like, I can't listen to right now because I'm gonna fuck around and get discouraged. I gotta wait. Right. So whatever, double backing around. I don't Soldier started dropping freestyles every Sunday. He's still dropping freestyles every Sunday. Actually, the last shit they did is dropping so motherfucking fire. I think it's called Valid. I was bumping that shit earlier. And I'm like, damn, it's so crazy that this is some great music, right? But like, I feel like bro, it's just the money, bro. I really think it's the money. Cause you know what? I experienced this at the lowest fucking tier as an underground hip hop artist in Miami. Going back to like I think recently the underground scene is digging up is building in Miami. Like actually now, right now, I think there's a fire ass like there's so many underground rappers in Miami that are fire as fuck that are doing they shit and that are just building but there's no like I heard Denzel Curry say this in a performance that he did during art this weekend like a while ago. I don't even know how long ago that was. But he was like, there's no venues, right? Which I beg to differ because I actually know a venue in the Redlands that actually could actually participate in whatever. But I don't know. I don't know how to. I be thinking this shit. I'm like, damn, man, if I had it, then I'd be like, hey, Miriam, look, how much it is for the venue for the day? Oh, word? All right, bet. Let's do this. You know what I'm saying? There's actually, again, it's like, I feel like the OGs did a bad job of working with each other. This is just true. They did a horrible job of working with each other. Because, like, think about it. If you, all right, so I can only this is the equivalent of me being a little kid and looking at my big cousins, right? I'm gonna do what my big cousins do because they related to me and I fuck with them. Like I look up to them. I want to be just like them. I want to be like my big cousins. You know what I'm saying or whatever, whoever. So if my big cousins are on some shit like, nah, fuck all them, bro. We ain't on that type of shit, whatever the case may be. What happens? Then I'ma act just like that when I'm in the same space, right? And then what happens? The kids that are watching us, they gonna do the same thing. I would hate, I'm so glad Kendrick popped out and did what he did, right? Because it had everybody thinking of like, all right, what's like, okay, what are we doing? Where's hip hop at right now? Right? Because even whatever, bro, because everyone can have their opinion. You can love Drake. There's Drake songs that I love, but what the fuck? That don't mean that certain things didn't necessarily need to happen. Because it had to, it's almost like a fucking reset, right? Because like, what does hip hop look like now? How does this and I'm so grateful that the goats are outside. Jay-Z is right now on stage. He took the locks out, bro. Oh man, hold on. The King's back. Man, came back like goddamn Goku, bro. Like what? Hold on. He got Goku be at the goddamn Goku be on King High standing, just training, just minding his business. You know what I'm saying? What hip hop needs me. Now you're on the root stage. How fire. But anyways, bruh, because I know I could go, and I don't know if it's because I'm very intelligent or I don't know, fuck. But I'm sorry that I keep breaking my train of thought. But going back to just giving flowers and paying like honor and respect to like the people that we got inspired by to be like, right? Because I think what happens is because it's weird. I be feeling like some of the people that be on and that like popular people or whatever. I'm like, who was your favorite rappers growing up, bro? Was you just listening to all the hits and now you just know how to make hits, or did you have like some neat, like for instance, I love the Cool Kids, bro. I have the Cool Kids tatted on my forearm, like you know what I'm saying, like that's because that's what that's like. It's funny because the Cool Kids, we took that name as as our group in high school and shit like that. Because it's like that's what like differentiated us. Because like, all right, we you know what I'm saying, we live in the same place y'all live, but we ain't on your type of time, bro. We ain't outside. We not trapping. People ended up doing shit eventually, but for the most part, like in the high school years and shit like that, motherfuckers is, you know what I'm saying, we just trying to get fly and like, oh my gosh, fuck, I got a crush on Raquel. Like, how the fuck do I goddamn I gotta get her number, bro. I'm like, what we gonna do? You get what I'm saying? So we're listening to all types of stuff in these time frames, and we'll exchange it with it. I'm saying, show. My bad. That's not. I'm just. I'm overthinking. My bad, y'all. My bad, y'all. Give me some time. I'm trying to be good. He said, "Absolute super penalty. Absolutely, absolute, bruh. Did you just hear what he just rap?" And you know what? This had me thinking about too about because I was joking with the homies. I'm like, bro, I dropped my green tape, bro. Raw Nation Distribution. I'm retiring. Fuck it. Not retire. I'm saying it joking. I'm talking about. I'm gonna take a step back because even now, so I'm point that I want to make the homies is inspired again, bro. And I'm just so happy. Like everything in combination from me working on the tape and dropping it and having them involved to everything going on in hip hop right now to just life. Like, I'm grateful. I'm not where I want to be at, but at least my homies they is, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I'll say that to them. They'll be like, fuck you mean, bro. I'm trying to, I don't want to work at this goddamn job. Bro, you got 4 days off. I got one. And my one day off, I got to mow the goddamn lawn. I got to do all type of shit. Then go rap. Like, I wish I had a different situation. You know what I mean? Um, and rap, motherfucker don't teach you nothing. Everybody's like, you gotta figure out, pay me, and I'll tell you. All right, cool, bro. Can you at least tell me the book to read? Can you give me some direction? You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to work with nobody that don't have never listened to my music. That should be annoying. You know, many places like, bro, I'm not like that's what kind of turned me off too from like the underground Miami scene. Now it's fire. Like I left, like you know what? I knew it too, bro. I knew she was gonna go crazy. I was at the Crazy Hood. Crazy Hood has like an annual event every. I think they had just did their third one. Man, shout out to EFN and Crazy Hood family. They love hip hop. They're some real hip hop. Like they really fuck with hip hop and they keep that shit alive. And I love that, like, cause Kendall, like down south, right? Because I know people don't. When I say down south, I don't think people understand what the hell I be talking about. What the fuck is down south? All right, in Miami, because when you think of Miami, you think of like North Miami, you think about Opalaka, Poking Beans, goddamn, the city. Like we call North Miami the city. Like I remember being with my ex girl. Like I remember kind of being because again, I lived in a time where social media wasn't as present as it is now, right? So I don't have nothing. Like I didn't know nothing but what I knew around me for the most part, right? Okay, I live in Paran. Okay, cool. This is where we get the roll up from. We can go here. Oh, this is where the party's at. We wasn't even clubbing. Like the only club that we knew at the time, because we was like 8 when we started like actually going out for real. We was going to parties and shit like at 16, 17. But as far as like the jams, like that should be, oh my gosh, it'd be so fucking fun, bro. Even I wonder why there was. You know what? I don't know this, and if anyone's from Dade County, that you know what I'm saying, because I don't know the history behind this. I need some motherfucker explain this. We got a dance called the Wu Tang. Like Wu Tang with it, Wu Tang with it. That shit is gas. Why? Why is it called the Wu Tang? I mean, like, this looked like a W, but I'm just saying, like, who? Because I remember, bro. I swear, bro. I remember going to a party at 16 for the first time. Granted, I'm a hip hop head, bro. So Method Man's at that time. Method Man was my favorite rapper. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, I like. Well, yes, yeah. Weapons and Method Man was my favorite rapper like probably like at 16. You get what I'm saying? Obviously, like my OG top five has pretty much stayed relevant the whole fucking time. OG top five is Tupac, Jay-Z, Method Man, Lil Wayne, and the Game. That's like my if I'm 18 years old, that's the oh my god, I want to be like them. You know what I'm saying? Um, but yeah. So we walking into a party, right? Because it's like this is the first. You know what I'm saying? I'm finally whipping this shit. I'm like, we taking my mama there to fucking some random party in the middle of fucking Prime. Or for oh my god, bro. Even places like the square. It's funny, bro. I wish there was some type of because down south and just Miami in general have no. I mean, for we because we from the Caribbean, bro. That's what it be. That's just pretty much what it is. Um, it's different. It's different. It's different. Like Caribbean culture is so fucking fire, and it's dope because Dominican Republic, Haiti, Jamaica, the Virgin Islands, like when you actually go into like these different cultures, you'll see all like the not from the dishes to because every you have like the I don't want to get into religion talk, but if you look at the dogma of the indigenous people or the people that were enslaved that came to these islands, you would see that not only the parallel, but how so because I was reading in this book too when the slave revolt happened in Haiti, the word had got out to the rest of the islands. Um, and like for instance, there was a slave revolt in Puerto Rico. I didn't know that. As a matter of fact, there's a fucking film. Ah, bro, that shit's so fucking gas. Where's my phone? Ah, bro, that shit's so gas. I wish I could just picture this shit. But I seen this scene, bro, and it was so powerful because I feel like too. This is a controversial topic because hold on, where the fuck this shit at, bro? Like I ain't trying to listen to the fuck. Um, because what you know, blacks and browns actually way closer than they might realize. But then, like when you say Latinos, it's such a big ass fucking blanket, right? Because culturally things are different, right? And then what is? I just feel like people need to do real like world history because like even there's a brother named Arturo Schomburg. He was a Puerto Rican from African descent that went out his way to learn African history because again, Puerto Rico got fucking in the 1900s. Puerto Rico was fucking it became under Commonwealth with goddamn. And this is all shit I'm learning now, bro. I ain't know none of this shit before. You know what I mean? In the 1900s, Puerto Rico had Commonwealth, like became Commonwealth of the United States, right? So obviously, the United States now is controlling Puerto Rico, colonized Puerto Rico, for lack of a better word, or actually the perfect word, and implementing school systems and all this type of stuff, right? So what happens is they're trying to program, right? And then what they did was too, they made it easy. Fuck my phone go die. Goddamn. This charger kind of trash too now. I bet. So um so they're implementing like the education system and so on and so forth, right? So the education system that's going to be implemented to the children in Puerto Rico is going to be an American because now, okay, but what's history? That's not talking about Puerto Rican history, or they talk about the history of Puerto Rico. They talk about it from the point of colonization upward. They don't talk about nothing backwards. They're not talking about the Taino Indians. They're not talking about the Africans that came here. They're not talking about how the Tainos and the Africans clicked up and went into the mountains when they tried to come over here. That's why in the island, if you look at the perimeter, all the structures and the fucking architecture of Puerto Rico looks very Spain, right? Really, we should say Moors because the Moors is will put Spain onto the fucking everything, right? Because the American school system will make you think that all that white people made all this shit up when everything was pretty much borrowed. Everything's borrowed from Africa. Everything comes from Africa. The further back you go in any culture historically, the darker everybody gets. And I don't know what the fuck going on. Maybe white people alien. Maybe they're from Mars. That's what I think. If you're like a pure blonde hair, I'm just kidding. Oh, I'm just playing. I'm just playing. Just playing. Please, no, but I don't want to be on. I was thinking about it. No, I just want to just make music. Hopefully, my aunt said this to me because like my family, I know they worry about me because it's like, bro, you just. I know it looks crazy because I just keep going for it. But my aunt, she had told me. she was sharing with me like people like Picasso and whatever, like a lot of people that think that stuff is timeless now, um, is appreciated way later. And even looking at my discography and stuff like that, because there's a piece of me that wish I had like the whole story. Like, yeah, I dropped Reasonable Doubt first, and then I got, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh my god, bro. But and then like when I look at my album, I'm proud. I'm proud of what I made. And at the time too, like I'm comparing myself to my closest friends. So like I'm not even appreciating even the skill set that I developed at that certain time. Because like proximity is a motherfucker, right? So it's like, damn, bro, like this, I have to even make that shit up. All right, I'm trying to be just as great. And then, but then you don't, comparison, you actually fucking put a shade on your greatness. You know what I'm saying? And like, maybe your flowers is actually about to come right now, and you don't even know it. So that's why I be thinking, like, I mean, now at this point, I'm like, you know what? Now, like, the break is not to not create. I want to create, but like, I want to just I need to get back into learning again. Like I mean I'm always learning, but I like seriously like all right, let me take time to like really you know sharpen up the areas where like all right, bruh. All right, for instance, like we playing 2K and I got an ill ass 3 point shot. What's happening? What's happening? If I got an ill ass 3 point shot on 2K and everything, like just there's no way you could be guarding me, you could not be guarding me. You could be doing, I'm gonna hit this 3 point shot regardless. Like there's nothing, right? But if you put me in the paint, I'm gonna flop. You know what I'm saying? You can hit this three all you want. That shit so far, but in the paint, I'm gonna flop. So I don't want to flop in the paint, right? And I know the areas where I lack in. I know I lack in visual fucking content. I know I lack in like promoting and marketing. I know I lack in the business side. Cause I only like I wish I be hearing people's situation where they're like, oh yeah, like um where like I can't believe there'd be people like there's actually people like I can't imagine working with somebody and or like someone that I admire or whatever the case may be, and they're giving suggestions and pointers and me being like, nah, I know better. The fuck? Help me. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm just trying. I hate even saying try. I'm doing. I'm just doing. I'm just doing, bro. I'm just doing. I'm doing what I can. I don't know how to do anything else more. That shit still don't feel like enough. Goddamn. No, but not. But honestly, like it just again, I understand that this is a building play, and I just want to do it as organic as possible from the bottom. Because that way, if the floor of my foundation is built, like how Will Smith was talking about in his book, because I know I'm looking at it just like how Will Smith was looking at it. God damn, this big ass wall, bro. Like I gotta put this little brick down. And he said something like his dad was saying. Will Smith's book is fire. I love Will Smith's book. Probably have read. I don't know which book I read more, whether it's Big Sean's book or Will Smith's book. But I've listened to both of them shit like at least more than 5 times. That's a lot of goddamn time. Um, but he was explaining about laying every brick just brick by brick. You know what I mean, and making that brick just fit as good as possible. I know I be putting my brick sloppy because sometimes I record, big upload, and I listen, I'm like, fuck, why I pronounce that shit like that? All right, fuck it. That shit sound hard. Fuck it. Um, so I'm just in a place of gratitude, bro, to be honest. And a little like fuck, bro. Like I don't even know like I know the things that I want. Like even for like the idea for like whatever the next project will be, I kind of have already like what I want to do. But I'm excited to like deep dive into what I want to do. So um and like man, shit, the go to being great, bro. I'm so happy, bro. So happy. Oh my god, too. YG's on the that shit was so fucking gas. I was like, what? This is hard. So fucking hard, bro. Like like the song is hard. Like I could have not have seen the video and be like, oh, this song is slapping. And it's funny too. Again, I need to, you know what? One reason why I kind of want to step back too from like especially like doing freestyles and shit like that. Like I kind of want to take a step back, work on actual music and not just perform out. Cause I've been performing outside for a long time. I just want to say, hey, can someone see me? Can someone see me? Okay, fine. I bet I'll take my hat back because I'm not where I want to be at all. Um, but at all. At fucking all. What the fuck? Um, but I want to be a fan again, bro. Like I'm still a fan, but like I'm a fan, but I'm also work. So like I like some when I'm caught up in working, I'm not listening to music. I'm listening to me, right? Like I guess I got that from Lil Wayne. I don't listen to no one. I just listen to myself. I took some of that because like nah, I'm finna. Why would I not want to like fucking listen to what's going on now? You get what I'm saying? And love it. And I don't have to listen to what's being fed to me. I could listen, bro. All these artists that we love are doing shit right now. Karis One is somewhere in goddamn South America, tearing, you going crazy. You get what I'm saying? Or overseas. I'm saying, and I'm saying, my bad. You know, I'm not a fucking journalist, right? Or none of this shit. So I actually don't know. These are just take it, but I'm giving take this as comedy. Boom. If you hear me speak, we're taking this comedy. Um, but goddamn, anyways, all of our ghosts and the people that we love and admire, they're doing things, bro. Go pay attention to what your favorite rapper is doing. You know how many times I have a question, I'll have a conversation with the homies that I know used to like. I remember Nick was telling me like acid rap was one of his favorite albums all the time. Like when he was going to college, like that's what he was bumping all the fucking time. So and I was like, hey Nick, you know, Chance the Rapper is doing woo woo. He like what for real? Like we got to get back to like I'm gonna start like I again I be making these points way too long, bro. All right. The reason I want to take a step back is so I could not that I'm not now that I'm not just locked in working, I could enjoy the music, bro. I want to enjoy the music. I want to fucking just be a fan. You know what I'm saying? And it's cool 'cause I got the podcast now. I'm like, fuck it. I would love to. It kind of sound like some drink champ shit, but to give flowers to the people that are doing shit that I feel like not even getting no fucking light. How you got all these other podcasters talking about hip hop, but you're not talking about the people that are bubbling up? You just want to talk about who fucking who and who got damn like controversy. Oh, Ice Spice fighting in McDonald's. Now, I looking back in there, I wonder if that was like if that was fucking some marketing shit. Because now that turned into a Wendy's ad or something. I hope that wasn't. Because if that was, that's mad distasteful, bro. You know why? Because people could look at that situation and someone with a common sense would be like, that was wrong. That should not have happened. But if the people that are not or have low vibrational thinking, there's someone thinking the girl that slapped Ice Spice is right. So you just activated that. So it might be just one person, but that one person can affect a bunch of people. And think about how many people that's exposing that to. Like that's crazy, bruh. Like people just said it like, man, it's funny too because I love Miami, bro. I love born and raised in Dade County, specifically down south, everywhere between Kendall and Florida City, bro. I love my city. You know why? Because it's funny going to school, especially middle school, right? And it's crazy too. They just told me that Richmond Heights Middle School is getting fucking closed down, bro. That's just insane. They said that's in Carl said that's in the group text the other day, and it's like fuck, bro. That's oh my god, bro. Like blue and white day, goddamn, fucking oh my god, Richmond was so fucking fired. And anyways, then there was a point for me fucking saying that, bro. Oh, so growing up, like you always see people around dunks. You know what I'm saying? I remember kids with full grills in middle school in sixth and seventh grade, bro. You know what I'm saying? Full marble gold teeth. And I also had ESC class. ESC classes. It's not like that you're not smart, but I don't know what it stands for. It was some special, but it wasn't like because they say like it's not like the kids that were in the fucking with the big ass hats and like people over exaggerated to make it seem like fucking whatever. It was just more isolated classes because it was I feel like now think about it, it was just kids with ADD or the bad kids because really all the ESC class all the kids that was fighting and fucking goddamn like going on they're always in the ESC classes. You know what I'm saying? And it's funny too. A lot of the homies and shit that I met and people that just know me for real, I met in those classes, bro. And what I love about Miami motherfuckers is just funny, bruh. We joke about everything. And low key, I just realized because I heard somebody like Rick Ross, someone mentioned that Rick Ross, like how Rick Ross talks. He sound like it's like he don't be answering the question. Nah, it's that we talking cold. I just thought about that. Think about how and this had me going to another train of thought. Cuss words, right? You know what? I think cuss words are cuss words, like how the cuss words are labeled as curse words, right? It's because if you write a sentence on paper using slang, it could be interpreted so many different ways. You could be like, oh, what the fuck? Or you be like, what the fuck? It's two different what the fucks, right? But the curse words are so versatile that you can't completely define it. So like if on some court shit or some document shit, if someone's writing a sentence like fuck out of here or whatever, like just and I wish I could actually articulate this even way better. Like I'm like, like the homie from the Cheese Egg and Grits podcast or something. But um I was like, damn, that makes so much sense. Cause that's how how you be talking, like, man, I was talking to such and such, and like, if you already connected with the person that's having a conversation, you ain't even got to goddamn finish the sentence. Like, I was listening to the pod, like, I be listening to the pod, like, yo, what the fuck, bro? I can't believe I'm doing this shit. I've been telling myself no, and I was like, you know what? Maybe this is bigger than me. Um, but me and Cameron has said this is the way, and we laughed. And I was like, "Bro, you seen it?" He's like, "Hell yeah, hell yeah!" And he went right into the conversation, Mandalorian, with me having not to say the Mandalorian. So, anyways, I say this to say, record a fuel review for me to drop. What you talking about? Um, Phobos, my bad, bro. I was in the train of thought, my nigga. You gotta give me a chance, bro. But yeah, I feel like the way we talking cold, cause we don't. That's how. I right. It's funny too. I think about it now, right? I could tell you exactly what you need to hear without me having to say it, and that's for people to mind their business, right? And I think even people don't mind their business in 2026. I just thought about that, bruh. People don't mind their motherfucking business. I know like when even the way that me and the boys talk is it sounds like mammy shit, but it's kind of that's how we like if someone that's like some the homie shit low key, but it's not everyone talk like that for the most part. But there's little shit like even the emphasis like this. That's some shit that started off as a goddamn joke with Fat Boy, and it just turned into like kind of that's how you know if you tapped in. But um, low key, that's fire. But anyways, that way of speaking about telling you what it is without telling you something, that's just Miami shit, bruh. Wow, that's crazy. But anyways, man, I definitely wanna. I think I really want to take a step back to appreciate like the greats. You know what I'm saying? I know I have my time. Shit will happen, and then also too something I'm so happy about, bro. Like the homies is inspired again, bro. So I was like, man, I also want to be a vessel to my friends, so that because that's the thing that I was thinking about too. One thing that I appreciate about having a pod now is that I feel like I created a platform that I could, if let's say something does happen, it's not about me. I might be able to empower my homies. You know what I'm saying? Like, even though they doing good, but I'm just saying, like, just create something that, oh shit, we could all, potentially benefit from this in some capacity. You get what I'm saying? So I don't know, bro. I don't know. We gonna see how all this shit work, bro. I really don't know what I'm doing. I promise, bro. I just know that my intentions is pure. I'm really trying to go for it. Um, and like I said before, I just want to make the people that matter proud, bro. That's it, to be honest. And I want my ghosts to eat. I want people to shine. Like too, like Isaiah Rashad just dropped a fucking album. That shit is gas. Like the song "Mom" goes fucking crazy. I was bumping that shit in repeat, driving around goddamn Aguadilla. So I'm thinking like cause again, it's cool to be funny. Like I hate how the whole narrative shit, like where they trying to hump me for whatever, and I'm like, all right, if you gonna get your jokes off, make sure that you also appreciating the motherfucker's work. If you making your posts about your jokes about such and such, and he did woo woo woo, make sure you also doing the opposite and showing love and paying respect to this motherfucker's album, because I'm sure that's a come on, bro. That's some bullshit, bro. That's some motherfucking bullshit. I think that's fucked up. I seen that. I was fucked up, and it's funny when I seen that post. I was like, it was tasteless. It was from a Kendrick, like a Kendrick fan account too. I'm like, so you think if you have a Kendrick fan account, you think it's appropriate to be clowning on one of the homies? All right, like yeah, it's cool to clown, but I mean just like
all right, well, are you doing the same thing to like, all right, well, he got a dope ass fucking project now. Like, don't keep putting something. People take some shit that happened years ago and try to put it over your head now. What the fuck today? Well, we're here today. I just dropped some shit. You trying to bring up some shit from? Come on, bro. You know what I'm saying? What we doing? So I feel like the internet just bullshitting, bro. The internet be bullshitting. The internet be bullshitting, bro. The internet really be bullshitting. That's really not fair to them people, man. That's really not fair to people to be putting in work. Like there's artists that are putting in blood. So another example, I keep forgetting. Hit Boy, bro. Hit Boy been dropping back to back to back to back to back since the year started. Back to back. I mean back to back to back, and it's crazy. Yo, it's so dope. I aspire to have like, even I seen IDK's like he posted something with his setup, and I'm like, what the fuck? That's so fire. I can't wait till I'm in a better situation. Shit, maybe I should have kept acting, bro, because acting would have got me a bag, low key. And it's funny too. I think my boy Nick had referenced jujitsu, and he was saying in during jujitsu, everybody in the jujitsu space, they want you to get better, and they trying to help you, all that type of stuff, which is fucking amazing, right? Um, and but hip hop is not like that, right? Hip hop is like fuck you, fuck you. And I don't think that, but I mean, like, if you looking at it from the back, like if you pull the camera way back and you just seeing shit from the back end, it look like that, but it's really not because people really do fuck with each other. It's just like when people are fucking with each other, y'all won't give it no fucking light. Like, all right, for instance, right? Rhapsody, Absol, and fucking Joey Badass rapped on a fucking Fuji's beat. That should be like, what? Oh my god, that's on food. Them three? Why wasn't even like, you know what I'm saying? Why is it even like made bigger that way? I feel like there's a bunch of dope shit now that's just not getting shed light. It's just being followed under the radar because, you know, because Mandingo fights. Now, how the fuck? And then y'all fucking with Aiden Ross. Ugh, bruh, I don't want to be one of them because I'm a Taurus, right? So I when I get hot, I'm just like really just in my shit, and I don't want to. I hate being in that space because I just go right in the truth with no filter, and and I want to be mindful with my words. Yes, the truth is important, bro, but I also got to be mindful of like my platform and what I'm doing and what I'm putting out into the universe, and that's my conflict. You get what I'm saying? Because that's real bullshit, bro. That's real fucking bullshit, like fucking bullshit. And I feel like even come on, bro. Why are you even participating in that? You know what I'm saying? Oh, we paying, getting, you know what I'm saying? You compromise for some change. You a fucking legend. You a legend. You ain't gotta do nothing. I know you got 10,000 fans, at least 10,000 fans. Anything that you do, you can put something out. If you're making $10 back from them 10,000 fans, they got like $100,000 or some shit like that. You know what I'm saying? You can probably do that every 3 months. Why are you fucking with these man? I don't know, bro. I really don't know. I don't know. I'm just a fan. I'm just a fan. That's what. Yeah, bro. I need to take a little step back and just go back to the goddamn and just go back to goddamn. I want to give energy to the people that matter, bro. And then it's like, bro, like motherfuckers. That's the same thing too. How I feel about with Kendrick, bro. Like everyone acknowledges Kendrick is like the goat, right? But like man. Was other rappers not giving it up to other rappers back in the day in their verses? Huh? Like, wasn't they? I would assume, I would have 1 billion% assumed, right? That motherfuckers was giving homage. Just like when you hear Lil Wayne saying "Free Ti," like it's camaraderie. You don't gotta fuck with someone every fucking day. I got people that I love. I fucking love. I probably talk to them months, shit, maybe a year, right? Obviously, you gonna have your immediate circle that you always have. Everyone has their immediate circle, their day one friends. Then you have like extended family, and then you have like your coworkers, right? If you're in rap, your peers, right? Those are technically your coworkers, bro. You chill with them when you like, bro. If I go work at fucking Taco Bell and I'm cool with all my peoples in Taco Bell, that don't necessarily mean they be coming to the crib and like, no, bro. So, but that don't mean that you don't respect and show love and give energy.
right? So I think, man, just like, bro, y'all gotta start fucking with each other, bro. And I'm not just talking about Miami. I'm talking about the floor, because it starts at the top. What are the people in the top doing? The people in the top gonna inspire everybody else. You know what I'm saying? And again, going back to like the Miami shit, bro, we have so many fucking dope artists, especially down south. Like Slip and Slide Records signed Mike Smith. Mike Smith be snapping, and everyone down south loves Mike Smith. But you know what? There's no fucking, And then again, you have something like, and I'm not gonna be mad because like something like Love and Hip Hop and shit. Um, I didn't necessarily like the maybe I didn't fuck with the storyline, and I ain't watch it. I never watched it, but I would peep game because there was a point in time where I started doing background extra stuff, right? And this was going to the point of the jujitsu shit, bruh. with I love the acting world, bro. I loved the acting world. You know why? Because everybody was putting each other on, trying to help each other, try to get the next role. Hey, you don't know this casting director, bro? Look, yo, go tap in with Shorty. Like, shout out to Shakira, the director. She got me so much dope fucking shit and little opportunities and stuff. But then it's fucked up because like after COVID, a lot of productions went down, and then even too like the Miami scene is really like reggaeton and Telemundo when it comes to like the business of opportunities that you can get. Don't get me wrong. There's artists that you do music videos for and shit like that, like hip hop artists and stuff. But it's way more like reggaeton and fucking whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even tapped into that world for real. You know what I'm saying? I know dope artists like Eladio Carrion is fucking crazy, and I fuck with Nicky Jam. But outside of that, like I don't know the history of the reggaeton OGs. I don't know none of that. Like I didn't grow up on that. Um, but what was the point I was making on that shit? Um, But yeah, so a lot of the people that I knew or people that I knew that got really successful, they slid to the A, bruh. Because Atlanta got, from my understanding, has such a dope underground music scene and fucking like and acting scene. I'm seeing there's a girl that I was on set with. Her name is Nadia. What's her name, bruh? Hold on. She's so fucking dope. What's she? I just wanted to give flowers. Where's shit at? Hold on. Hold on. Nadia Adelaide, right? She was in a film called Peace that my boy Francie, he actually reposted that shit recently too. He posted the video. That was like one of my first little added roles, bro. And I wrote. That's the first time I wrote for somebody. Francis like, all right, look, this is I'm gonna tell the story in just a second, bro. I'll tell the story in just a second. Hold on, let me goddamn, hold on. Where is the goddamn piece? I'm realizing that my thoughts are moving a mile a minute, and it's because I've been writing a fucking lot. I haven't meditated in a minute, bro. I ain't even gonna hold you. I've been in thought for sure. Like I've been sitting down thinking, bro. I've been thinking a lot, been thinking so much, but I haven't really like cleared my mind. You know what I mean, and it's dope because I'm saying that like I hear God talking to me through people, and I'm grateful for the signs, bro. I'm so grateful for the signs. I'm grateful I can see. Once you take the magic glasses, you can never take them back off. So that should be crazy, bro. I be like, oh, nah, that ain't that. I'll be like, oh, what? Oh my God, that's crazy. Fucking crazy. Shit feel like, goddamn. Boom. Baby, I thought he dropped the whole episode. Where's that? Oh, there we go. Oh, I need to share this whole. Hold on, create post. Goats. Yeah, Francie's a monster, bro, when it comes to fucking films, bro. But the art, I want to make this quick point. So the girl she that I didn't know that the lead girl in the show that was her first role like ever, right? And fast forward,
there was a premiere for this uh so there's a premiere for a film that I was a background extra role in. I think it's called Secret Society 3 or something like that. I think she had a role in there, which was fucking fire. Now the storyline, I ain't 100% like, but I thought it's still dope that like, you know, I the girl that like I wasn't gonna do that shit at first, right? Because I'm like, that's kind of I don't know. But when I heard the lady who wrote the story and like I heard her story and how she's like, yeah, this started as a book and then it became a series and then we ended up just turning it into a film. Like it was an independent film, and the fact that they was able to create that and then empower like the underground actors and shit at the time and stuff like that. I think that was that. So I was like, you know what, I whatever. Anyways, going back to the point with Shorty, she starred in. She was she was casted in that film. So I seen. I'm like, oh man, what's up? Ooh. And she had met, and she mentioned to me, she's like, yeah, that was my first film that I was in, and that blew my mind because she went from she just did it for that was her first role, and then fast forward, this girl on goddamn Marriott commercials and shit. Like it's like wow, bro, it's wow. And it's funny, like it took me a minute, like with rapping, like I've been giving y'all my story this whole fucking time, bro. With rapping, it took forever for me to. I just got good. I just got good, bro. I just got good. I just got good. I think I'm great. I think I'm great. I know that every line is accounted for. I think my metaphors are dope and this, that, and the third, but I still don't know how to make songs. And I can't believe there's motherfuckers out here that don't want to be produced. Produce me, help me. I'm trying. I don't even know what. I'm barely, you know what I mean? Like, I don't got no ego, bruh. I don't want you to write for me. That's the only thing. It's funny too. I was thinking like, man, fuck it. About to say fuck it and just be a vessel. Let me be Kanye. I'm gonna do everything. Fuck it, whatever. Because as a rap, but I'm so proud of my pen right now because I've never like compromised the rap. That's for sure, bro. I've never compromised that. I'm like never no one's ever wrote nothing for me. None of that. I'm a writer. I think I'm like as a writer, like as a rapper, like S tier. But as a actual writer, like I want to develop that skill set too, bro. I got a dope idea for like this, like I don't know if it's gonna be a comic or if it's gonna be a fucking book. I really want to do the audio book. I think that'd be fine. I got an ill idea for like I think the audio book. If motherfuckers start approaching audio books like movies, bro, that might be a fucking I don't know, bro. That's neither here nor there. You know what I'm saying? I come from the working world, so when I got my headphone in, I want to listen to some cool shit. So maybe a little 5, 6. If a shift is 8 hours, and I know I can have my headphone in for 8 hours, I might fuck around and listen to a whole audio series, and you know what I mean. But anyways, so these are the type of things I want to dope on. But I think I wanted to come on here and talk and share and all that type of shit because I want to give flowers to the people that inspire me. I want to share, um, and I believe, like I believe hip hop, like all the narratives is bullshit. I believe hip hop is in such a dope place, bruh. I believe hip hop is such a dope place. Actually, sir, I told this to one of my dog. Oh, boom, too. My dog, fucking De Pinga. This man just opened up his first shop. Um, and I'm like, that's fine. Man got a cafe. De Pinga Cafe, which is kind of crazy. Like that, but it's so Cuban. And I'm like, bro, that's so hard, bro. That he had a vision and he's an artist. You know what I'm saying? My dog, fucking, you know what I'm saying? He been dropping mixtapes for a long time. My dog, you know, dispensary shit, all type of shit. And now that he got his own shop, I just think that's fire, bro. Like I that's ill. You know what I'm saying? That's some Nipsey shit. You know what I mean? Like creating your own thing, empowering yourself, and then creating things around it to, to build the brand and stuff like that. Um, yeah, Miami going crazy, bro. Don't sleep on the Miami artist, bro. And then Miami, bro, y'all motherfuckers need to start work. This is, you know what? There's an argument, right, about regional sounds that like everyone, when everyone's working well, everything sounds the same. No, when everybody's not creative and everybody don't know nothing about nothing, that's when it's a fucking that's what it's when it's an issue, bro. You know what I mean? Not when because I feel like Like, just all of us have favorite rappers, bruh. Think about how you could be as great as your favorite rappers. Now, if your favorite rappers is trash, I'm sorry. If you have trash favorite rappers, I'm sorry. But I mean, people that really, you know what I'm saying, do your due diligence, bro. Go through your hip hop deep dive, man. Listen to classic albums, man. Let's see what a real classic album is. Bro, Jay-Z's on stage right now. Right now. King's back. God MC. Hova. Bruh. I'm telling you, man, it's different. It's fucking different, bruh. And I'm just grateful, bruh. I'm grateful. I think hip hop is in an amazing place. I want that shit to be phenomenal. And again, I just want to contribute. I don't, there was a piece of me that at one point said, I want to be the absolute best. I want to be Ash Ketchum. And then Kendrick Lamar appeared. That's all. Goddamn. Everything I've ever. It's funny. So I love Kendrick, bruh. Like, I feel like he did, like, whatever my idea was when I was an 18-year-old on what a rapper should be. Because, like, I wanted to be passionate like Pac. I wanted to rap like Wayne. And I wanted to have just bars and structure like Jay-Z. And uh Dot embodied exactly what I wanted to be in a rapper. I'm like, what the fuck? I know that's how Kobe felt when he looked at Michael Jordan like, how? All right, bet. Fuck it. I mean, so like, it's just dope, bruh. It's just dope. At this point, I just want to make some shit that matter and that people fuck with and love, and um, that's it, bruh. That's it, bruh. And just push, do my own thing, bruh. You know who's doing it so dope, bro? So I gave him a shout out on the freestyle. I love Larizi, bro. I was thinking about it. I was like, damn, bro. Like, I had mentioned to Cam, like, when I was making Lockhart, to make Lockhart, I had to take everything, all my experiences that I had, um, like where I felt love, and embody it in a scene, like in a moment, right? Because obviously the song Lockhart, like, if you really just at the plain basis, it's just me waiting at the spot. Like, I don't know. I was broke and had fine females. I'm sorry. Like, that sounds weird, but that's just who I am. You know what I'm saying? Like, and when you young and you don't got an apartment yet or shit, like, or whatever, like, you know, you had the secret spot. You know what I'm saying? You had the, all right, hey, we gonna park right here. You know what I'm saying? Let me just park over here, whatever, and have the, turn the car on, have Lauren Hill playing in the background and shit. You know what I'm saying? Puts his front seats all the way to the front, get in the back seat. You know what I mean? Like, getting a deep convers, whatever, smoke, getting deep conversations, get busy, and sit down and talk about life. Even though it's funny, it sounds crazy as fuck, but I miss car sex. That shit is actually very intimate and like fucking, because you're in the car, so much. You know what I'm saying? And you gotta be creative. Put your foot there. Put the girl foot right here. Uh, but anyways, Lockhart at its core is uh me creating the sensation of the feeling of love, and just embodying it in the moment, not talking about it or telling my history, but because I'm like, man, I'm just putting it in the moment where I can kind of like, where I'm not compromising like an ex of mine or some shit like that. Like, why are you talking about this? This happened on April 16th of 2023. No, no. So I needed to make. I wrote it that way on purpose. You know what I'm saying? Because again, you got to be responsible and mindful, bruh. I mean, this is my story, but I'm sure if you watch the movie Get Rich or Die Trying, scene by scene is not exactly the exact way that 50 Cent lives his story, or 8 Mile. If you watch 8 Mile, the all that it's a story. Um and goddamn. Anyways, um so yeah, I just think I want to uh now that I made my classic tape, to me, and I'm gonna keep making music. I'm just not in a rush for the next project. I want to know what something sounds like with me with time. Like, I want to know what an album sounds like like an album sounds like with me with a 2 year time limit or something. I'm not giving myself a time frame, but just actually. And then this time now I can kind of sit back and better at production. Like, come on, bro. I'm good at producing, bro, but I'm not fucking Hit Boy or fucking Pharrell or goddamn. Like, I'm not. So I think I need to I want to step up. I want to step up. I want to be great. Um, and I want to be able to fucking also contribute to my friends. Cause now my dog writing again and shit like that, and he kind of gave me an ear of what he wants to do sonically. And I'm like, what does that sound like? So now I'm like, okay, shit. Now I don't gotta worry about writing and busting my brain, even though I think I'm great. But I'm like, man, cause I think I'm good at producing. Maybe not beat making per se. I think I'm getting good now. I don't know if great. I don't know if I'm great. This great. Like, you know, I love my album. WVR the Stoke Man is my baby. Um, but I also, and to be 100% transparent, all the most of the pattern, even though I do edit shit, right? But most of them are fucking from Splice. So I'm crate digging in Splice. And that's why each has such a cool whatchamacallit. Um it has such a cool sound because it sounds jazzy, but it also has like some Japanese type instrumentation in it. And that's just off the me of just like knowing what I want to hear. Like I always know what I want to hear. That sounds weird, but like when I hear what I know, when I know what I want to hear, I'm like, oh yeah. I think I might have a good ear. I might get that from my dad. Because I didn't get the talent of singing. I don't know how to sing. I don't know how to play instruments either. My dad could play every instrument. But he gave me his ear. He definitely gave me his ear. Um, and the only thing I've ever I guys, every it's skill. Everything I did is skill, bro. Like rap wise is skill. But I think uh like talent. The only thing I've ever think I've been talented in is acting. Because like when I got thrown in there, I actually was better than I thought. Hella nervous, and I didn't want to let Big Bro down because I really fuck with Francie. That's my dog. Um, but yeah, yeah. I don't. Eh, it's crazy, bro. God willing, some dope shit take place, bro. Because I just feel like Miami's such a dope, and I'm not even there no more, bro. I had to do what I had to do. I remember someone that I respect asked me like, "You sure?" And I was like, "Man, I got to do what I got to do." Know what I'm saying? I don't want to be homeless. Or like I don't want to like, especially that's what mean to me a lot too, bro. Like people look up to me, or the people like my little ones, bro. I can't let them down. So it's crazy too, cause like cause I was one of my little partners. He smoked for the first time not too long ago. And he's like, "Hey Zay, let me holler at you real quick." I'm like, "Hey, what's happening? What's happening, bro? What's going on?" He's like, "Bro, I just want to let you know I smoke." And I was like, "Where?" Like, and cause I'm not a dad. I'm not a father or whatever. Um, but like in one of my previous relationships, uh, their family dynamic was so tight, and like the the siblings became like felt like our kids for the most part. Cause now we taking the responsibilities. Like, all right, we gotta go to the grocery store, do this, that, and the third, or whatever, right? Cause I remember up until before that point, I didn't know. Like, that's kind of weird to me, like with like little kids and shit like that. Cause I'm like, I don't know. Like even holding a baby, like, bro, I don't want to. What? I'm scared. I don't want to. But whatever. So fast forward, right? Well, I made that point to say that like the way that you respond to children is so important, and how because even when one thing I appreciate about my mom, I don't even know why she just let me do whatever I want, low key. I don't know why. My dad like hell, but my dad used to be, and especially when I was like a little kid, like fucking 5, 6, 7, 8 years old, tours all the time and shit like that or whatever with the Miami Sound Machine, um, which is kind of crazy now that I think about it. Um, but because I remember going to like the rehearsals, and I was at the AAA arena when it first opened up and all type of shit, and I remember like seeing shit, and it felt normal. But then like when we go back home, everything is like, you know, it's funny because my it's I wonder, and I'm sure other people felt that. That's why I had a disdain for like the music industry too. I'm like, how the fuck my dad has been all these tours and all this type of stuff and work with Gloria Stefan and legends acknowledge him and all this type of stuff. But we live in here. Like, but as I grew up, I realized there ain't nobody business but my daddy. You know, and I this ain't not I would not change nothing. And my old boy a legend in Puerto Rico, so that's cool. And I just want to be a legend in my city. Um, and I don't need to be. I don't. You know what I'm saying? I don't need to be Kendrick. Kendrick exists. Let Kendrick be. I just want to be me. Wherever Amaury Love fit in this hip hop cinematic universe, bro. I just want to, you know, create my little castle and just and castle's not the word. I just want to add my piece in the puzzle and make sure my piece matters. You know what I mean? Make sure whatever piece I'm contributing matters. Because I also see something I think about the potential of the next generation, right? Like the rappers that are 20, 25. I'm 36, but the rappers that are 20, 25, what is it going to look like for them when they're 30? You know what I mean? Like, where's hip hop going to be? Like, what's the message? What's the all that? Like, where is all that going to be? You know? So I think I love that the leaders are leading, bruh. The leaders are fucking leading, bro. And I hope and I don't know if I'm ready to be a leader. I feel like you can't be a leader unless you gotta have your foundation and everything set, whatever. Like I don't know if I'm ready to lead yet. You know what I'm saying? I say with the truth, but I don't know if I'm ready to lead yet. I think there's people in way more capable situations than me that can do that. So anyways, all right, that's my damn. I've been doing this shit for an hour. I really been wanting to do the pod, but I'm trying to be organized and like and I want to do it with the homies and like I made the joke like yeah oh y'all turn me to Joe Budden, but shout out to Joe Budden because he's doing it as a reason I could do something like this. So anyways, appreciate y'all. Y'all be stay blessed, high vibrations. I'll holla at y'all later, man. Peace.